a country depending much on its fishing fleet and its rich farmlands. The children are feeding the chickens. The boy's name is Hendrik, and this is his sister, Annie. Father has milked the cows, and Hendrik and Annie feed the chickens every morning before they have their own breakfast.
Kom je eten? Kom je eten?
Come to eat. Yes, says Hendrik. Wooden shoes, or clogs, as they're usually called, must be left outside. The family sit down, and Father says a silent grace. Now Mother cuts huge slices of bread, while Annie pours out the tea to drink with the bread and butter, the cheese and the meat.
Hendrik, als je klaar bent, ga je oom Willem vragen of er iets is dat we morgen voor hem mee kunnen brengen uit Middelburg.
Middelburg? Middelburg? Gaan we naar Middelburg? Dat zal heel aardig zijn.
Father has promised the children a treat tomorrow. They're going on a trip to Middelburg. The children's uncle is not far from the farm. And Hendrik and Annie, on their way to school, are going to call on Uncle Willem to see if there's anything he would like from Middelburg.
Vader vraagt wat wij voor u mee kunnen brengen van de stad.
What would you like from the town?
Dat is aardig dat je komt. Tabak of sigaren?
Some tobacco or cigars would be nice, says Uncle Willem. And now, while the great sails of the mill turn round, Hendrik and Annie go inside to watch Uncle Willem work. First he hoists a sack of grain to the upper part of the mill. Then he goes up the old stairs to empty the grain into the chute. It is carried slowly down to the mill wheels to be ground into flour. Old wooden gears turn the wheels. Uncle Willem always examines the grain carefully, though it is good grain, grown in the nearby fields. But now Hendrik and Annie must leave the mill and hurry off to join the other children on the way to school. They are having a lesson in geography, and the teacher will ask some questions.
Welk land is dit?
What country is this, he asks. Everyone knows this answer.
Nederland.
The Netherlands, says the class. The Netherlands is another name for Holland. Another question. Hendrik knows the answer, but the teacher asks Annie.
Welk land is dit, Annie?
Dit zijn de grenzen van de Verenigde Staten van Amerika.
At break, the children play games in the schoolyard, leapfrog and ring-a-roses. Some girls wear the old Dutch costume, with caps of fancy lace. Some dress in modern style. Some of the girls wear clogs, but most wear leather shoes. Now lessons are over, and the children have no more school till Monday. Out of the yard they go and down the village street. Saturday, and time for the trip to Middelburg. The big basket of eggs will be sold at the city market. All the family are dressed in their best. Annie, Father, and Mother too. Father takes great pride in his silver buckles and his gold watch and chain. All is ready. The horse and wagon stand in front of the neat farmhouse. Mother and children climb in. And Father takes the driver's seat. Goodbye to Hans, the farmhand.
Dag.
Goodbye, says Hans. Through the farm gates they go, and down the road that leads to Middelburg. An hour later, the family are passing along the main canal of the town. They wait while a bridge is opened to allow a boat to pass down the canal. Then the family cross over the bridge that leads to the market and the old town square. Here stands the fine old town hall, built hundreds of years ago. And a market is held in the square below. The farmers come from the country to sell butter and eggs and cheese there. Mother takes her basket of eggs to a buyer. He puts the eggs in a large box and keeps a careful count. Meanwhile, Hendrik and his father are buying the family supplies. They've not forgotten Uncle Willem's cigars. When the eggs are sold and the shopping done, the family wander round the square. Even though they live only 6 miles away, it may be a long time before Hendrik and Annie come into town again. They want to see all they can. But soon they have to climb into the wagon again and set off home. Back again, with supplies from the town. Towards evening, Hendrik looks over the stamps he bought in town to add to his collection. Annie has already started a jumper with the wool she bought. And Uncle Willem smokes his cigars. He puffs contentedly while he waits with Hendrik and Annie for the dinner that Mother is preparing. Father works in the garden, trimming flowers. Not until late does evening fall over the farm and farmlands, while the great sails of the windmill turn slowly in the breeze.